You basically everything like nothing, especially the arrow shards. Now I'm going to show you how to do that. You want to come over here to this guy. And then you want to buy, you want to click, I'm looking to buy. And then you want to buy the poaching blade. Poaching blade is needed for this. And then you're going to want to get a Winchester repeater. Trust me, Winchester repeater is necessary. A shotgun isn't going to cut it for this situation. It just won't cut it. Okay, I've been doing this method for a day now, and I got 6 arrow shards, and I got a free disc. Now I'm going to teach you basically everything to get the maximum amount of shards, or the maximum amount of stands for free. The way you get a disc regularly, or the way you get it for free, is you want to go to the town. I'll show you right now. Obviously, this is common knowledge for the people that already have stands, you know. But the people that don't, you want to go to this guy, and you want to stand. Once you get a stand, Bucci is gonna tell you, "Hey, give me 3 arrow shards. I'll give you a disc." Those 3 arrow shards are nothing with this method. All right. Basically, what you're gonna want to do is you want to come over here to where you plant stuff. You plant the Rakaku stuff. You can go here, and what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to look for boars. I think it's what. Yeah. My bad. You're gonna want to look for bisons. Another thing I want to talk about is if you do come across a corpse, you do not want to have your gun out when you're trying to grab it, because if you have your gun out while trying to grab, or when you merge with the stand corpse, you get one of the worst stands I've ever used, and that was the Emperor. Oh, my bison meat, and it's 6,000. That's a lot, but it's 83. You know, it's just I've been farming a lot. You know, there it is, bisons. Right, so you want to join a very wow, I'm about to drown. You want to join a very, very low pop server, and it has to be very, very not that old. So you want to get your Winchester repeater, and you want to be on your horse, and you just want to keep shooting this bison. Basically, like if you were actually trying to hunt down bison, you know. I don't know why I'm trying to sound like I'm very professional. This is just a YouTube video. Oh. There is bisons are genuinely strong, so you gotta watch out for that. They'll hit you a lot, and you just want to keep shooting them. They have I don't know, 500 health. It's crazy, but you just want to shadow them is the best way I could put it. Just slowly approach them with your horse. You don't even have to pressure any buttons on your horse. You just have to let your horse do its thing. And you see how it's suffering? You just want to put it down. And then you want to poach it. There you go. Bison horn. You're going to want bison horns, and then you're going to want hide. So that bison is done. And where's the other bison at? There was another bison. So there's a bison right here. With kids, right? With 2 kids. That's insane. Look. When the bison has kids, it glitches out like this. It doesn't know what to do. There's most of the time it just infinitely. So I shot one of the kids. I guess I'll just finish this kid off. So you basically know you gotten the kill when you get your bounty up. For some reason, it's just very buggy. You can see, look at this. Go, we put it down. Once it faces you and tries to attack you, that's the best way to just spam your repeater, because it doesn't know what to do. There we go. We got the baby. I don't know how to call bison the baby form of it. Anyway, you see how there's just a lot of bison now. Shoot. Now it's gonna keep running away. You don't want to get too close to it, because it would legit turn around and could possibly kill you. I'm not even gonna lie. The reason they're so good, the reason they give you good stuff when you trade them in is because they're really hard to kill. I'm not even gonna lie. If you don't do this strat, if you don't even have a Winchester repeater because you're not at a high level, one bison will take a long time. Like, they just have so much health. Another thing is these poaching stuff is RNG, so there's times where you don't even get the hide or the horn. There's times where it tells you that your knife was able to cut. The earlier the server, the more bison spawn in. So this is actually a very bad spot for a bison spawn because look, this dude is gonna be running to the hills just trying to get away from you. And I was about to say it will turn and mess up your horse pretty badly, like you just saw right there. So my horse is not gonna spawn in until a minute, more than a minute. And you could use stands. But it has to be like a very specific stand. You can't use stands that have terrible range because then you'll just get hit a lot. Now you just noticed, look at that. The bison just went in the freaking water. Which I'm not gonna lie, is probably the best thing that could ever happen. Only problem is you can't really see. So I got it. Now, in the water, you see that's in the water, you just go up to it and then try to do this as quick as possible so you don't die. And there you go. And this is way funner than fishing. There's times where I'm fishing, somebody spawns in behind me or goes behind me, gets the shotgun out or stand out and just shoots me in the back of the head. You never want that. You like I would say you don't want that, but that gets really annoying. So obviously just shooting bisons, you just want to be a little far away from the bison as possible, or like as far away as possible, because the bison could actually hit you on accident trying to go for your stand, or you could trigger like an attack on accident. By the way, if you're having trouble looking for bisons, just look for a very black spot in the water and then you'll just see like, oh wait, that's a bison, let me shoot it. I got the horn. So the cool thing you can do with when it has kids is you can actually aim for the kid and you'll shoot the bison, kid, and the regular bison or the older bison. Now I'm not gonna lie, shooting the bison or getting the bison kid gives you more bounty. Now I'm assuming it's because it's very messed up to go for the kids, because that's just like, you never want to do that. You never want to go for, it's just a known thing. You don't, when you're hunting, you never want to go for the offspring, because that's it. You just killed off that tree, you know. So I do understand why you're getting a 45% more bounty, or 45 bounty instead of the 15 where it's a grown ass dude. Oh, I don't think this person's trying to hit me. I think this person's also trying to get bisons. Look at that. Look, even with Hammond, it's just a pain in the ass. Green Harriet thing is pretty good too. Look at that. Now they can poach it if they want to. Because it's me, I don't care that they took that bison kill, you know? This game isn't that serious. I know for a fact that one of you guys are watching this video that have probably the best stands in the game are probably, you guys are probably gonna take that well and you're gonna possibly try to fight them. I think that's another thing with Bridget Western that I've learned is, yeah, the game is difficult, yes, but it's just a game, you know. If a game is causing mental harm on you, you gotta relax and you gotta calm down for a bit, you know, because that's not the way life should ever be lived, is by being constantly stressed over people that are very mean in this game, you know. I'm very confident I'm gonna get an arrow shard. I'm very confident. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very confident. And this was what, 10 minutes of me just playing, roughly. It took me more time to actually look for a server that has bisons, but I don't really know the logic to that. So basically, once you're done farming a lot of bisons, you know, getting the horns, getting the hide, you want to go back to this guy and you want to trade him your stuff. Now, it costs 2 bison hide for him to give you something. And a good amount of times the hide is pretty mid when you get stuff. Like, you know, like it's a reservoir root, you know, like nobody wants that. You can find that on the ground. A deep hard root, you know, nobody wants that. Right. So I actually got bad RNG on that part. I only got, how much meat was that? Only got like, I got 20 bison meat. That's nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Bison meat, or that much bison meat is nothing. Right, so I did my first run. You know, that was nothing. Now, I'm just gonna farm off screen, and then I'll come back. Look at that. Look at that freaking gold mine. 3 bisons in one. Or three bisons. That doesn't make sense. 3 bisons right here. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to time stop and see if I could get one pretty easily. I always forget what my time stop button is. I think it's V. If it's not V, then I am really dumb. Oh. So you see that? Your blade couldn't cut through the pelt. That just means you got bad RNG and gotta look for another one. Somebody just got murdered. Alright. So I got 2 bison horns. You know. I'm guarantee you I'm probably gonna get a freaking arrow shard. Uh-oh. Oh my. This dude was hitting everything but me. But the people that you needed to hit. Jeez. Oh, okay, this guy was just trying to attack me. Okay. It's like... Okay, he just freaking robbed me the whole time. Alright, doesn't seem like there's more bisons for me. Now, let's say you burn the bison on accident, or you're like a molly, and it despawns. It's still there. You just have to go next to it and then just click use the poaching blade, and then you'll still be able to poach it. So now I got a lot of meat. I got like 80 meat. So now we're gonna trade the hide first. And he didn't give me anything. I got 8 hides, so got a good amount. Some blessed leaf is really bad. Poncho blueprint, you know, you don't want that. Look at that arrow shard from the horn. Turtle shell stem. Nobody wants that. Turtle shell stem. Nobody wants that. Poncho blueprint. Nobody wants that. How much more do I have? I got 2 more horns. Ammo pack. Nobody wants that. And then he didn't give me anything. So, look at that. I got a freaking arrow shard by just getting bisons, getting the horned bisons. Now, there's times where I got 6 horns and I got 2 freaking arrow shards back to back. It's just RNG. But when it comes to bisons, they're so easy to get. No one really goes for them like that. And it just saves you the time of just... It just saves you the time, honestly, like, to get anything. Now, once you get a lot of hide, a lot of the horns, obviously you could just keep stacking up your horns and stuff like that. But once you get a lot of raw meat, you just sell it, and then you make a lot of money off that too. So yeah, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this arrow. Only thing that sucks about this is that you can't trade it. So I got this stand right here, the green thing. This stand is whatever, you know. yeah, what you want to do is you want to get 4 arrows by doing this method. This method is really easy. It's really easy. And then what you want to do is just, like I said, talk to Pushi. And then you want to get the disc. But for you could honestly, it's basically get 5 stands or arrows. Let's see what I got. I got Jolene's. I don't think Jolene's is even good. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Is Jolene's good? Chat. Oh, dude, nobody's here. I almost said chat. Is Jolene's stand any good? I don't. What is it called? Stone free is what it is. Stone free. Some use the world. Stone free. Stone free is common as well. So, yeah, it's whatever. I got the full and I got the president. The full and the president are okay. They, in my opinion, they shouldn't be considered stands. My bad. They shouldn't be considered crazy stands or like a 0.6 because they're not 0.6 stands. They're not like they aren't that good. Yeah, they have an extra button you could press to get the ability, but that's about it. Like, it's not that good. When you get your first arrow, I suggest you use it and then talk to the NPC so you're able to start the quest, because you need a stand to actually start the quest. So yeah, once you do that, you get 4 more arrows. You spend the 3 to get a disc. A disc usually goes for around $5. So yeah, not really worth it. Yeah, once you get the 3 O's, you get the disc. Whatever stand you had previously, you could obviously just put into the disc, and then you use the other arrow and see what you get. And then once you do that, you can just keep cycling the arrows or the stands that you get, because now you're basically gonna have 2 stands in your inventory. Obviously, the more discs you get, the better, or the more stands you'll be able to use. So yeah, stone free is whatever. Right, just joined an hour server, a server that's been here for an hour. And look at this, off rip, just more bison for you to hunt. Yeah, it's gonna be the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. Good luck on getting your stands, and yeah, have fun on the game. And yeah, it's gonna be it. Make sure you guys eat, drink water, sleep well, and hope you guys have a great day. And yeah, make sure to like the video so more people get recommended this video, so helps everybody out and then everybody could get a stand. And subscribe if you enjoyed this video and if you enjoyed the information that you got. So yeah, that's it. That was how to get stand arrows and basically how to get stands for free.